In today's video, we're going to be taking a tour of the Riverside County Sheriff's Department's CCW office to see how it all works. Hey, thanks for joining us on Shoot of the Series. My name's Ed Thorell from Firearms Education and Training, and today we've got a very special event. We're also joined by a very special guest. This is Sergeant Josh Adams, Riverside County Sheriff's Department, and he runs the CCW program. We've got some questions we're going to run by him. You about ready?
I'm ready, Ed, and welcome to the CCW unit.
I appreciate that. Hey, can you tell us what the current wait time is for the CCW?
I sure can. The current wait time for a CCW appointment interview has been sharply reduced to about 9 months. When a CCW applicant calls for an appointment, they will be given an appointment 16 months out from the date they are calling. However, what we are seeing is that appointments are being rescheduled to 9 months as the backlog is being cleared.
Excellent, excellent. So, what kind of time element are we dealing with for the background check as it pertains to the live scan?
Live scan fingerprints are submitted to the California Department of Justice for analysis. Currently, we are seeing results of the background check return in about 1 to 3 days, which is a big improvement. Keep in mind that a timely response from DOJ or the Department of Justice to return live scan results depends on DOJ funding and staffing. And let me give you an example of that and break that down for you. In 2016, we saw wait times from the California Department of Justice of about 4 months. In 2017, we saw the 4-month wait time reduced to about 2 weeks, and now today it's 1 to 3 days.
That's amazing. So, can you tell us about the live scan process and the depth of the background checks?
I sure can. The live scan process is a background check which allows the department to verify any criminal history and to see if the applicant is eligible to own and or possess firearms. If we receive an applicant's application who states they have no or limited criminal history, the live scan results would verify the information submitted in their application. So altogether, what's the total elapsed time from, say, the initial phone call or email request until the actual CCW is delivered? Ed, this is not a black and white answer. And this question could have several different outcomes. Let me break those down for you and give you 2 examples. On a best case scenario where an applicant has completed their initial appointment, live scan, CCW class and qualification, the applicant could see a CCW permit in their hand in 30 days or less. However, if the applicant lacks required application documents such as proof of residency, character letters, or has not taken the required CCW class or qualified with their firearms, they will delay the CCW process, thus increasing their wait time.
That makes perfect sense. From what I understand, the whole process runs about $300. Is that pretty close?
You are in the ballpark, Ed. The fee is actually $305 if you use the Ben Clark Training Center to take the CCW class and qualify at our range. Most importantly, Ed, this fee is determined by our California State Legislature. And let me break down the fee for you. $100 goes to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department for an administrative fee. $95 goes to the California Department of Justice for the background fee. $100 goes to the Sheriff's Department to cover the CCW class and qualifying at the range if you use the Ben Clark Training Center. And lastly, $10 goes to a live scan fee to submit your fingerprints from one of our fingerprint facilities, such as the Sheriff's Station, to the California Department of Justice. Keep in mind, Ed, that the department loses about $200 for each CCW that we process, which the sheriff absorbs because he believes it is good public policy.
It is good public policy. Are there other approved vendors besides Ben Clark?
Currently, we have 5 authorized vendors who are vetted to provide CCW training to our applicants or CCW holders. One of which, as I previously mentioned, is the Ben Clark Training Center. All CCW vendors are listed in the CCW application and are located throughout Riverside County. You can locate the CCW application on the Riverside County Sheriff's website. That website is www.riversidesheriff.org. Click on the tab that says Firearms and then on the tab that says CCW to locate the application with the CCW vendor information.
Could you run me through the office process from the initial phone call or email till the time that the CCW is actually delivered?
This process is very simple, and I just want to remind your viewers that the CCW staff is here to help them through the process. The first step is to call the CCW unit for a CCW interview. While you're waiting for your appointment, go to our website, download and complete the CCW application. Get that out of the way. On your appointment date, you will meet with a person from the CCW staff who will review your application. If any information or documentation is missing, our CCW staff will inform the applicant and allow them a reasonable amount of time to get supporting documentation and other information. As a CCW applicant nears their appointment date, they should schedule themselves for a CCW training class at the Ben Clark Training Center or with one of our approved vendors that's listed on the application. Once all the information is obtained and the application is completed, CCW staff assembles the file for final review and approval. Once the file is complete, I review the file for approval or denial. Once I review the file, I submit all the applicants to the sheriff for final approval.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the calibers. What kind of calibers are approved for, carrying CCW?
Yep. A CCW holder can carry any caliber ranging from a .380, 9mm, 40 cal, 10mm, all the way up to 45. So for the short answer, Ed, from a .380 to a .45, anything within that range. But I want to caution our CCW applicants, they cannot carry any gun that has that requires small caliber ammunition, such as a 22 or 32 caliber. Those calibers are currently not authorized.
That's good to know. That's good to know. So how many handguns can you have on your CCW card?
That's a good question, Ed. CCW applicants can carry up to 6 firearms, given that the applicant has qualified with a passing score with the firearm they wish to carry on their CCW permit. In addition, the firearm the applicant wishes to carry must be registered in the state of California to the applicant or to their spouse and or domestic partner. There is one exemption, and that is active duty military.
Okay. Could you give us a little bit of insight onto the good cause letter?
Of course I can. Currently, the department has 3,600 CCW holders, and that number, Ed, is growing every day. Each of the 3,600 CCW holders' good cause statements are uniquely different. And I want to emphasize that no two good cause statements are the same. Most are acceptable and they are reasonable, and these good cause statements make sense. However, deception is not helpful for an applicant, and our recommendation to an applicant is to always be truthful on their CCW application. Just remember that the sheriff has broad discretion to issue a CCW license to those county residents who demonstrate both good cause and good moral character. So the bottom line is, to go back and answer the question in short order, the insight is to put down what you believe is good cause to carry a CCW.
Last question. As an outsider, what else should I know, and are there questions that I should have asked or points I should try to get clarified?
Ed, we see a lot of misinformation about our CCW process, much of which is pure nonsense. Those who have gone through our CCW process know it is both fair and reasonable. Often the sheriff is criticized by some groups within our county for even supporting CCW issuance. I'd just like to remind our CCW applicants who are applying for CCWs, who are watching this video, that our CCW staff is here to help them through the CCW process. We encourage those applicants who seek CCWs, who may have questions about the process, to contact myself or our CCW unit.
Excellent. Well, it's an easy process. It's pretty straightforward. I'd like to thank you for your time.
Thanks for coming out, Ed. We were glad to have you.
We'd like to thank Josh Adams and the rest of the staff here at Riverside County Sheriff's Department for welcoming us into their home and giving us access so that we could ask these questions and try to get clarification. Once again, my name's Ed Thorell from Firearms Education and Training, and you've been watching Shooter the Series. Be sure to tune in next time. We sure appreciate it. Y'all take care. I'd like to thank our subscribers for tuning in and checking us out. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that little button, subscribe. Once again, it's subscribers like you that help make this series tick, and we appreciate it. Y'all take care.